Yeah, you're gonna get me going here, but I've been saying like the only thing I get right is the Bengals are super overrated. Stop buying into the Bengals because they have Burrow and Chase and T Higgins. That's so enough, right, to get to the Super Bowl and make the playoffs. And what they haven't made the playoffs in 3 years. And yeah, they're not gonna make it this year. I'm already gonna say that. Go ahead and clip this. But Jake Browning having to face the Broncos, Vikings, Packers, Lions the next 4 weeks. Good luck with that. The point is, they are wasting Joe Burrow's prime because it's not a coincidence that he keeps getting hurt in games. You have a terrible offensive line. You haven't built the O line. You're paying T Higgins. You're paying Jamar Chase. I get it. Maybe you pay Jamar Chase, but you gotta let one go. Like the Bills don't have a star wide receiver that they're paying. Josh Allen is doing just fine, right? Lamar Jackson is not paying a star receiver money. He's doing just fine. Mahomes is not doing fine right now, but he's not paying a star receiver either. So why did the Bengals really need to pay two wide receivers when you can't protect the quarterback? You can't protect leads defensively. Jake Browning was 4-3 2 years ago when he was keeping the team afloat. They missed the playoffs, by the way, but he kept them afloat. This team might be worse for Jake Browning 2 years later. They have not improved in any way outside of keeping Chase, Higgins, and Burrow. So to me, this is the most overrated team in football. I feel bad for Joe Burrow. His team is not helping him out. But also, he's a problem. Like you gotta speak up and say, I need better linemen. I need better defense. And you're just trying to look out for your receiver boys. Overall, the Bengals are just wasting a good thing here. And I think Burrow is a great player. People were giving me crap last week. We're saying he's part of the Big Four. Maybe people are right. Maybe you shouldn't be a part of the Big Four when you can't stay healthy and the team can't protect them.
He's going to speak up in a couple months when Zach Taylor's fired and he wants Joe Brady in there after Joe Brady wins the Super Bowl. And that's what I'm telling you is that he throws his weight around, but he throws it at the wrong thing. I don't know if Joe Burrow believes that he can't do it with it. Well, I understood keeping Jamar Chase, but clearly, like the guy that made the one-handed catch, there's other guys that have done well for them receiving wise, but his biggest problem is where the hell's my offensive line? They keep on bringing in old players and recycling guys and paying guys next to nothing. David, shout out to you guys in Calexico. Appreciate by the way, great Chinese food out in Calexico. I went to a place when Dan had a game last year. We went to a Chinese spot there, hole in the wall. Oh my god, some of the best Chinese
by the way, right over the border there, they have the best Chinese food in the world. In Mexicali.
Yeah, Mexicali. Yeah, I keep on telling you.
Giant plates, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, what? Why? Because I'm big?
No, for anybody, for little guys.
Sure. Yeah. Just fat shaming. Where's Dan when I need him? Let me see if the bat signal works. No, but going back to it, Joe Burrow's a problem too. What incantation are you throwing my way? But he is part of the problem as well. Is that they've depleted the funds from the defense. Yeah, they paid Hendrickson, but that's one lonely dude on the defensive side. Their corners are not good. Their safeties are not good. Like they're missing a lot. That's why the people think, oh, Jake Browning's going to be fine. Like Gilbert said, no, he's not going to be fine. This team is worse. The defense helped them back in that time where he had to take over, and now that they're not going to have that. So I truly think that the Bengals are going to struggle. They're going to struggle to move the football. They're going to struggle to win games. Yes, he was able to get it yesterday. Jake Browning was, but he threw 3 picks. Like
the Jaguars of all.
No, and the Jaguars gave that game away. Why the hell did you go for it on 4th and 3? And then Brian Thomas Jr. drops that pass. Like, what are you doing? So I think Joe Burrow is part of the problem as well. But the problem when you have an owner that's not willing to shell out money and not willing to do other stuff like that, that's what you're going to get. And the problem is they've listened too much now to Joe Burrow. And now the offensive side of the football is packed with his guys. And now the defense is depleted and they're not going to be able to win games. But that's why I told you, Zach Taylor is going to be gone this year. They're going to say, no, you should have done it. They're not going to keep him. And then I think Joe Burrow's going to be like, well, look, Joe Brady is coming off, like Fernando predicted, winning a Super Bowl. Go get him, bring him in here, and we can do this thing when
they're playing out for you, huh?
Oh, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you what's going to happen. But winner go home highlights. How are you doing? But yeah, I completely, Gilbert, there's no way I can say, no, this isn't like they're not wasting it. I think it's both of them though. I think all three of each other, they're wasting themselves. Mike Brown's wasting is wasting not paying guys and putting a good team around him. Zach Taylor's not coaching like he is, like his hair's on fire. And then Joe Burrow obviously trying to keep guys that he shouldn't be. T. Higgins should have been let go. Why are you going to pay him that money?
Let him go. Fernando, I know we got to get going, but if you're going to operate this way, at least draft better. And they can't draft better. They don't know how to get like even the Cowboys don't know how to draft better by operating this way. They drafted Michael Parsons to their credit. They drafted some good linemen, but what the hell do the Bengals do during the draft? I can't name a player they drafted outside the top 5 or 10 besides maybe T. Higgins in the second round. They did well. They just don't know how to find talent.
Yeah, and they haven't hit on their defensive guys. They pretty much drafted defensive guys. I think they win one draft where they pretty much drafted all defensive guys, and none of them have panned out. I mean, the only ones that have panned out have been the guys from their on defense that they went and they traded for. Or
speaking of that, did you see how bad the Patriots draft from last year is?
Oh yeah, remember I told you guys about the last 3? It's been terrible there.
They basically gifted Tarheeb Still and Ladd McConkey to the Chargers essentially.
They were pissed.
And then on top of that, they basically let Keenan Allen come back. So like it's crazy to see the way all these teams operate.